Welcome to the first podcast. It's Monica,
Erika J,
Zach Szabo,
and we're going to try something new here. Now, we tried this already.
We practiced.
Yeah. Take two.
We had preseason.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that it was bad. I just
Right.
think the quality of our technical skills we just wanted to be a good product, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
wasn't on par
Yeah.
with what we normally deliver.
Yeah.
So today's episode, in our first one, we're talking about the most popular driving songs so far in 2024.
And some of these are old songs.
Oh, yeah. Some of these are old songs. Do you want to go off with the list? You want to start? I did it 10-1. Maybe we can go that way.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then at the end of it, we can add our favorites.
I had the same reaction as Zach when I saw the list because I thought most popular driving songs in 2024 were going to be songs from
This year.
2024, and they're not.
And you know what I find funny
What's
is I'm
that?
looking at the list before we read it, and I know Erika's going to be upset.
Yeah, I already am.
There's no Taylor Swift on there.
And that is surprising. The whole list to me is very surprising,
Oh, I'm surprised as
except
well.
for one song.
Okay, out of these 10 songs, before we even get into them, how many have you heard, Erika?
How many have I heard?
Yeah.
I think 8 of the 10.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Zach?
I know all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know all the artists. I like Arctic Monkeys. I like another song from them, but it's not necessarily driving music. It's There Better Be a Mirrored Ball. Have you ever heard that song?
Yeah.
That's such a good song.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
You know I'm in La La Land. I don't know who the Arctic Monkeys are, and I don't know that song.
Do you know Coldplay?
I do.
Okay. Do you know
Yes.
Yellow? That's like one of their first songs.
Yeah.
That's actually a good song.
All right, so let's get to the list. Number 10, Gorillaz Feel Good Inc. Do you like that song?
I do.
Yeah, would you consider it a driving song though? Zach?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Right?
yeah. I mean, if it comes on the radio, you have no choice
Yeah.
unless you want to just shut it off.
Right.
I will say this. Do you know what M scores are?
M scores?
M scores, like that, every once in a while, they'll do a poll of all the music radio stations are playing in a city, and they'll say, do you like the song or not?
Okay.
And we were playing Gorillaz Feel Good Inc. for a minute, and then we got really bad scores back on it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, so people
Who
didn't like it.
scores them?
The people at M scores. I don't know.
But that's always my thought is like who gets to decide? Like,
I don't know.
Who are the people
Okay, so-
that choose?
Well, back in the day at B94, interns used to call people
Yeah.
and play hooks from songs on the telephone.
Right.
And they would be in the next room while I was doing the top 8 at 8 in my night show.
Right.
And then I would get them to do phone bits for me. But they would sit in there and call randomly to people who've won prizes. So they already knew that they were interested in the
Okay.
station. And then they would play a hook from a song and say, do you like it? How much do you like it? If you don't like it, what don't you like about it? And
Wow.
it was a big part of the decision-making process for music back then. And it really helped a lot. And it's harder to do that now because no one really answers their phone for someone that they don't know.
Absolutely not.
I
I
don't.
know.
Straight to voicemail,
I don't
which
answer,
is
I don't
really
even
cool.
answer when I know some people. So.
But which is really cool because you have those people picking up. Like, how long was that whole process? Was it an 8-hour day just doing that, or was it like designated 2-3 hours?
Well, they were college interns, so
okay.
it was at the end of their school day. So they would get there around 4 o'clock, and they'd leave about the time that I got off the air, around 10.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Isn't that cool though? Like
Yeah.
that's how crazy, how much it's changed. Radio has changed so much since
know.
then. I would have loved if somebody called me back then and asked my opinions
For
on
sure.
songs that were going to be played on the radio.
Well, the funny thing is, one of the guys that was an intern doing those call outs, nice guy, talked to him back and forth. When I came back to work in radio here at this radio station in 2008, he was a sales manager here. He was an intern back in the B94 days.
Okay.
So I saw him, and Chris is a great guy. And I said to Chris, the last time I saw you, you were sitting in the intern room drinking a bag of Doritos. and now you're a boss.
Wow.
So
He's
it
like,
really
"See my
did lead
Beamer
to,
outside?"
Well, it led to some really good jobs for some people that were
Yeah.
really interested in radio back then. You
See,
know?
that's really cool.
I think so too.
Old radio days are always cool, which needs to be like another episode.
Yeah,
for
we'll do it.
sure.
We'll do it. Let's do it back
Yeah.
to the songs.
Okay.
Okay.
So Gorillaz Feel Good. And you know what? But one more thing about the list. But I'm thinking like road trip. Are we just road tripping or are we just in our commute home?
I think it's road tripping, and that's why this list doesn't make much sense to
Right.
me. If you're in the car driving to like a giant eagle, then yeah, okay, I can see it. But road tripping, nah, most of these
My
songs
list
would not
would be
on
so
mine.
different.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay, so number 9 then is The Weeknd and Daft Punk Starboy.
Uncensored or censored?
Uncensored.
Uncensored.
Yeah, these are all
Okay.
uncensored. I love The Weeknd by himself, and I love Daft Punk by themselves. That song Starboy was huge. It's a good song, but it's overplayed for me just because of where we work. Not necessarily
I know.
at Q, but in the radio
I
business.
know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
so
like it.
I like it. It wouldn't be on my playlist though.
Same.
Yeah.
My favorite Daft Punk song is One More Time.
It's a good song.
Isn't it a good song?
But like the short radio version, which is 2.5.
No,
or
no.
Five,
the
five,
long
full five.
song. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the one that goes one more time?
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
I do know some songs.
You do.
All right, number 8, Zach, go for it.
Arctic Monkeys, Do I Want to Know? Very good song. I don't know that it's driving music.
No, the guitar riff is really good.
Yeah.
Can you sing a line
like,
for me?
"Burner-ner-ner."
Why don't I know this song?
Burner, no.
Is that accurate?
That's how it goes.
It sounds pretty good. Yeah.
I don't know this song.
Yeah, it's real slow.
Okay, so that is not on my playlist at all.
It's on my playlist, but it's not his driving playlist. It's a more just chill, vibing type of playlist.
Okay.
Coldplay Yellow, number 7.
It's, again, not a road trip song.
No.
That's slow.
It's an
it's too
old
slow.
song, too. I mean, what year did that come out?
2004? No, 3?
Yeah, I think
I can Google it real quick.
And you know what's funny is that doesn't sound anything like what they sound like now.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
Was when that band came out, and the video is what's the guy's
Chris Martin?
Chris Martin. He's walking on a beach somewhere near England or Scotland or Ireland, and there's just water going on him, and he's singing the song Yellow. It's that whole album is a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out in the year 2000. Yeah.
And you know, in the movie Wedding Crashers, there's another song that's being played whenever Owen Wilson is thinking about going into the Rachel McAdams' bedroom.
Mhm.
Okay.
And he's just about to have a connection with her, and then she's at the door, and he's at the door, and then he walks away.
What
Another
song is it?
Coldplay
It's
song?
Coldplay?
Yeah,
It's Yellow?
No, it's not Yellow. It's
Oh.
another song from that album.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a great.
fun.
it's
The
a-
Weeknd,
yeah.
Blinding Lights, number 6.
Again,
That's-
great, but not on my playlist.
I mean, I feel like that's at least a little more. I like that one a little bit better than Starboy if I'm talking driving music.
Yeah, I would put Dirty Diana by The Weeknd. His cover of Michael Jackson's
Yeah?
Dirty Diana, it's really good.
Okay.
Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fears, number
Classic.
5.
For me, it's a classic.
Classic, but random.
But you know
think
what?
so?
That's actually a song that I play on YouTube quite often.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And I remember playing. I'm older than you guys. I remember playing it on the air
New.
as a newer song, and I just thought it was such a good song
It's
back
good. The
then.
production
is.
behind
It's
it is
timeless.
amazing. Yeah, it really
It's
is.
timeless. It really is. The next one is The Weeknd, The Hills.
That's a great song. For me, I would probably put that on the list.
Which one is that? How's
That's
that
one of
one
his
go?
first songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of it. It's like, dun. No, I can't think of it.
Wow.
I'll come back
I
to
mean,
it.
it's but you know,
That sounds great.
that song is actually, again, I wouldn't call it driving music. It's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
like sitting and listening to music at home, kicking back.
Yeah, because it goes, dun, dun, dun. No, I can't even do it.
I think because
I
we're
only
recording
call
this.
you when I'm done. Dun, dun.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Number 3,
Zach's like, moving on.
Noah Kahan, Stick
Yes,
Season.
this to me is a driving song.
I think it's a good song.
I think it's a good song.
Well, okay, maybe not so much a driving. This is the one where I want to sit outside and have a beer with my friends, sit around a campfire, and just chill.
yeah, what I
But-
like singing is that talk to your mom or call your mom or soccer mom, whatever that line is.
I saw your. I
That's
actually looked
it.
it up.
I saw your mom.
your mom
Mhm.
because the way he sings it sounds like
Soccer mom. Yeah, that's a good season.
He won a Grammy, right? Or I know he was nominated.
He was nominated,
I
I
think he
don't
won.
know. Yeah.
yeah,
He's
some sort of Grammy.
so popular right now.
He
Tickets are
is.
sold out at
Yeah.
Star Lake,
Mhm.
which I didn't realize because
You wanted to go?
all of a sudden after Stick Season, this is the first song of his that really stood out to me. I
Yeah.
really like it.
I had a person ask me for tickets because people think since I'm the program director, I'm the ticket pimp.
But they're just laying
Yeah,
around.
so
I mean,
I
he
could just-
is.
yeah, I
Got
could
any
just like
tickets
get,
laying
I could
around?
just get you tickets.
Yeah.
They alluded to needing tickets, which is the next conversation will be, can you get me tickets? But they didn't know how to say Noah Kahan's
Kahan.
name.
Uh,
I think, and I've said Kahan
Mhm, Me
Mhm.
too.
because I think of the guy from Depeche Mode, David Gahan.
mhm.
Yeah.
But he really butchered it. It was like Kahan or something like that.
Oh.
I'm like, how are you a
Wow.
fan, man?
Oh, yeah, that's not.
I also thought Kahan, and I kept saying that, and my daughter
Mhm.
said, "That's not how you say that, Mom." And we argued a little bit about
I'm
it, so
glad-
I YouTubed,
Yeah.
and she was right.
Did
Kahan.
you say it on? What did you say on the air? Did
Kahan.
you- Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I YouTubed it before. And I saw him on SNL before we got the song.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That helps.
It was
Jane-
back in the day, real quick, 2000 something, when Lord came out. A friend of
Uh-huh.
mine was like, "Oh, it's Lordy," and I was like, "No, I think it's Lord." And they're like, "No, it's Lordy," and I'm
Lordy.
like, "I work in radio."
So
Lord."
okay, so Royals, of course, is her big hit, but
Mhm.
she did have another song called Team, right?
Team.
Yep. And that was a hit.
That was a good
We
hit.
played it for a minute here.
Rib Cage. There was a lot of songs that she did. She covered Tears for Fear, Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Really?
It was really good. It's dark and mystique. She's got great music. I love
Speaking
Lord.
of covers, I thought it was really cool to see Harry Styles do Sledgehammer.
That's a great.
Isn't it? He
his
did it like on
cover
the Howard
is so
Stern
good.
I
show
didn't
or something.
see that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
It's on YouTube.
I'd
You
love
can
to
And
watch
it was
that.
really cool because I paid attention to the lyrics and I'm like, oh, before I had never.
Guy's pretty talented.
Yeah, but with
He
Harry
is.
Styles, he like points it out and you're like,
Oh, really?
That's what it's about.
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
look that one up.
Yeah.
Number 2.
J. Cole, No Role Models.
I'm going to need a sample of that one too. Why don't I know this song?
I have to tell you, I know this song, but I can't sing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Is
think
it because it's bad?
No, it's just not coming to me.
Oh. I just
So-
know J. Cole because he
No,
was here
no,
with
no,
Drake
no, no.
and I liked his hair.
No, no, no.
I liked how he looked.
All right, let's move on to number 1.
Number
Erica's
1.
favorite.
Go ahead.
The Killers, Mr. Brightside.
Is it really your favorite?
No. I just don't
it.
love the Killers. Like, it's just not my favorite group,
Yeah.
but man, are they popular.
Super popular. That's an anthem, though. You play it anywhere.
Yeah.
Club sportings, people go off.
Yeah.
Zach, you have some.
You know,
Zach
I
loves it.
like the Killers. Okay, I do like some of their stuff. I like the song "The Man."
The Man's a great song.
That's a good song.
Which
I
is the
mean,
one that I got soul, but I'm not a
Mhm.
soldier. What song is that? Whatever that song is, I forgot which one it is, but that's a really good
By
song.
the Killers.
By
We're
the
supposed
Killers.
to know every song.
I know,
from
I can't
everybody.
think of the
Right?
names right now,
Yeah.
but
Been
the
put
Killers
on the
have some good
spot.
songs.
So-
I heard they're really good, and they're coming to Pittsburgh. So
They just did last
Okay.
year.
They
Oh,
did,
no, they're
but they're
coming
coming
back.
apart,
That's
yeah.
right.
Let's think about this for a second. How about what are some of the new songs that Yins have listened to when you're in the car?
I wrote down beside the Noah Kahan Stick Season, the new Hosier song.
Oh,
my
that's good.
gosh, I love that
it
song.
starts out slow, and you're like, "All right,
It
all
is
right," and
cool.
then
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah,
Love
we
that
added that
one.
on the overnights
Uh-huh.
to see how it would work, and I thought it was a hit from the beginning.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
one
good.
of those ones. Yesterday, I thought I was going to get in trouble. I was blasting, and I'm like, Zach and Greg are going to come in and yell at me because
Well,
I
you're
was
sing-
singing. I was singing really
I
loud.
do hear you singing from my office, and Greg does too. And anybody that doesn't know who Greg is, he's the general manager and one of the owners here at Steel City Media, and quite involved in everything that we do. He's so
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah.
And a great person to work with. He'll come into my office and we'll have our daily meeting, and he'll hear Erika singing in the other room. And there's a thing about being really good on the radio that, like, when you're good on the radio, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a really good singer.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying anything about that because I think I can actually. Like,
you
I
can
can sing some songs, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm just too embarrassed to do it. But I'm not
Oh.
embarrassed to do an air shift.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
But
I can't sing.
We
I
should
can't
go to
sing well.
karaoke night some night.
Erica sings
I've
pretty
done it.
well. Like the songs that I've heard you sing, it's pretty.
People say that, and I don't know because there's
People say
times that when I
What-
feel like when I try, I'm not good, but when
Yeah.
I'm not trying,
What song do you karaoke at? What song would you play? Would sing?
Oh gosh, I have a whole list. The first one that
Number
comes
one.
to my mind is the Shoop Shoop song by Cher.
Okay.
That's a great song.
How about you?
Mr. Brightside, the Killers.
Really,
have
that's
done
your
that.
go-to karaoke
Yeah.
song.
Yeah,
And Zach?
it's a fun song.
Frank Sinatra, Summer Wind.
Oh,
Keeping it
wow.
classy over
Sinatra.
here.
And I will tell you this: I did do it at karaoke, and I had someone say if I had a CD, they would buy. He was drunk as a skunk, but he said if you had a CD, I would buy it.
Yeah,
Huh.
Yes, I will sing that song on this program at some point, but not today.
That's
Okay.
cool.
I will.
So then, what's a song that you think that newer that should be a driving song?
Okay, newer songs. I have a list. Lenny Kravitz, "Human."
That's a
I
great
like that.
song.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
hope it makes it.
Yeah, it's a really
That
good
is
The
a
song.
good
moment I
song.
heard it, I thought, man, that's such a good song. And I thought, I wonder if it's going to be one of those songs that fits with today's pop radio.
Yeah, I don't know.
You play it after like Hosier? Perfect.
Mm-hmm. You probably hear it early in the morning when
Mhm.
you're coming in because we still play some of those songs
Yeah.
in the 5 o'clock hour before you start at 6. And when you hear the beginning of that song, doesn't it sound like a 1960s, like I'll Be There or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
I'll Be There from, who is that? The Four Tops or the OJs or something? It's one
I'll
of
be
those.
there.
it's a-
Wasn't the Jackson 5?
No,
I'm thinking of
not
I'll
that
Be
I'll Be
There.
Right. But no, it's a faster song.
Yeah.
It's a Motown
Oh, okay,
song
okay.
that it kind of sounds like. I think I like Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do.
Jack Harlow's
I
a
really
really
do
good
you
too.
song.
There's so many different edits to that song.
You have to watch which
I'm
one
not
you
playing.
play.
Choke
I
you.
played the
Right, no killing.
I played the super clean version for a while, and I've kind of
Eased up.
eased up into the clean version. So and there's still some,
That's but that's certainly
So I'm
that's
singing. Listen, I'm singing the song walking into a store, and I don't let no, and some lady caught me because I didn't think it. I said, "I'm sorry." But it's catchy.
Well,
All right.
I did the same with Doja Cat, who I actually don't like anymore. I don't like her as a person, but Paint the Town Red, I like that song. And it's really bad.
Trick
Like you should not.
but the other word.
Yes, the unedited version is, and it's terrible when I just sing it. And then I'm like, shouldn't be saying those words out loud.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
and
crazy.
you know, that's a question you have to ask yourself too when you're in this business. How much of that do you want to condone? I mean, it is what it is. Hits are hits. And I've played songs that I didn't agree with in the past.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I refuse to endorse them if I don't feel like I believe in them. And I think that they're dangerous for a person in their psyche. I think that it needs to be positive. So,
Right.
Miss Marilyn Manson.
That's just, it's a side note.
Monica's
I used to be
first
a huge
concert.
fan. Yeah, it's my first concert. My mom bought me the tickets and she was going to go with me, but she ended up having to work. But yeah, so my sisters went and everything.
Okay.
I feel like that says so much about us, and we could do another episode on first concerts, but yours was Marilyn Manson and mine was New Kids on the Block, and look at us now.
Mine was Heat Wave and the Average White Band.
Ooh. That's so
And
awesome.
I don't have white hair, so you know? and I don't dye my hair either. How about older music? What do you
Older
have?
music, I have Proclaimers, I'm Gonna Be. That's a road
that's
trip
a great
song.
one.
Yeah.
I have anything by Britney Spears
Anything
that's
by Britney.
faster paced. You name it.
I'm
love
trying
it.
to think like Lucky. You're so lucky, or She's so lucky.
I do like that one.
I like that song too, but it's not. I'm not going to have it in rotation.
Circus, I love
Circus is
that.
good, yeah.
Womanizer. I think maybe the Circus album of Britney's was.
So if you pull up to a red light, you blast that song.
Jamming.
And someone
Yeah, I
looks
would jam
over
that
and
one.
they go.
Yep.
Anything
Like
Dua
that.
Lipa
Yeah.
for me, whether it's old stuff, whether it's the new stuff, I really like her new
Jam.
stuff right now. But I
Yeah.
do love Dua Lipa
Yeah, I
right
don't
now.
think she can do much wrong.
Yeah,
Agree.
Yeah.
I mean, she just fits the sound of what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And I think she does a good job. Now, old music for me, you're going to laugh when I tell you this, but I really got into Elvis Presley gospel music.
He did some good
and
stuff.
He did it,
yeah.
and it's live before he passed away, of course. And I'm listening to it in the car, and I found myself listening to his backup singers, the Stamps, and the harmony, and I'm turning it up and listening just for the sound of it. And I'm at a red light, and a young dude is like right next to me, and I think I actually either got street cred or pity.
Yeah, one of the two.
That's funny.
But I'll listen to that. I listen to The Cult, She Sells Sanctuary, which is a
Classic.
great song. Anything from Roxy Music, Brian Ferry, Duran Duran, Elvis Presley, Peter Murphy, Journey, Only the Young is great driving music. The way that song starts out. I have a ton of them. I love the fact that in my vehicle, I'm able to hook my cell phone up and play off of YouTube, because I'll listen to Q92.9 all the time as a program director, and to listen to what you guys are doing too, to help you sound better and
To be like,
Make
stop.
sure we're not being.
no, but what do I say? Whenever I say it, I want you to go back and listen
Listen to
to
it.
what I heard, and
And
you
tell me why.
Tell me why I want you to listen to it.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
think it's great, we won't have a discussion.
And I've sometimes said, well, I thought it was pretty good. And he'll go, okay, then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Just let it go.
okay.
Leave it there.
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But I think most of the time, if I do tell you to listen, I think you can pick something
And then
out.
it makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
both are smart enough to know that. So
When you guys are stopped at a red light and the car next to you is jamming to something, do you turn your music down to try to hear what they're
For
listening
sure.
to?
Oh, yeah.
Crack a window
Absolutely.
also a little bit.
Try to
Yep.
see what station they're listening. Oh, that's cute. All right, you're good.
Yeah, I'll try
Yeah.
to match it. I'll go through the
Yes,
stations.
me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me too.
yeah.
Yes.
And usually when they have their windows down and the bass is up, it smells like weed.
Oh,
A
little bit.
It does.
A little bit. I don't know. For me, classic songs I wrote on my list. Anything Blondie. I love Heart.
Wow.
I love The Cars.
Are you going to go see Heart?
I saw Nancy Wilson when she was here with the October thing, Women Who Rock.
Oh, yeah.
She was really good on her own, so I'd love to go see her.
That's just in a couple weeks. That's
Yeah,
one of the May
exactly.
concerts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Heart, and then Four Non Blondes. What's up?
Yes.
Gypsy Woman from Crystal Waters.
That's a great song.
I love these songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like my list is real, just all over the place.
That's good though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Madonna, anything Madonna. So it's all in there. The
Yeah.
Cure.
Did you go to see Madonna?
I did.
I think I remember that. Yeah, because you posted some pictures
really
about
good night.
that. How late was she for the show?
She actually wasn't too late. It was maybe 45 minutes, 30 minutes.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Madonna.
bad.
That's why I was
Nobody
Yeah.
had to sue her in Pittsburgh.
exactly. Nobody was waiting around.
Well,
Everybody was having fun.
The
yeah.
other ones that are hard to get on time on stage, Lauryn Hill
Oh.
She's like 2.5, 3 hours.
What?
Yeah.
and
yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
The Altar Bar in the Strip, which doesn't exist anymore, he played there. And I was working at this radio station at the time, so it wasn't all that long ago. And I think the show was supposed to start at 8, and I don't think he went on until 11:30.
Wow, that's late.
Wow.
Like, people got to
That-
work tomorrow.
Yeah, we did a Christmas show there. We did a cue ball, we called it.
Nice.
And we had
Fun.
Bare Naked Ladies and Gin Blossoms there.
Oh,
Which is
that's
like-
fun.
Blossoms. They have
and the
good
guy
songs.
from American Idol, David Archuleta,
Oh, wow.
he was on. Yeah.
David Archuleta.
He
And
seemed
had
like
the
a
most
nice
groupies.
kid.
Yeah,
But there
I
was
can
more
see that.
people that wanted to see him than Bare
other
Naked
two.
Ladies and Gin Blossoms. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Do you have anything on your list, Erika?
Well, the funny thing is when I said Britney Spears, you guys went like way older.
Oh, well, no, but it's just
I
a
was
range
stuck
of
in like
everything.
early 2000s, late
Let me see.
90s. The oldest one I wrote down was On the Road Again by Willie Nelson.
That's a good song.
It's a great traveling
Yeah.
song. It's a road tripping song.
Isn't he 100? Like, is he-
91.
91. Okay.
He just turned 91 this week.
See, I want to see him when he comes because it's that whole thing of like,
It
I want
might
to see him
be the
before he
last time.
goes.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
And
one of
I-
us is going to go, him or me, and I want to see him before.
I sadly
You're not going to die.
You know what I
feel
mean?
Yeah.
about Jimmy Buffett. I wish I would have seen him one more time.
Yeah, Jimmy
I think
Buffett.
I only
so
saw
you
him
actually
one
went to see him a
time.
bit? Like you like going to that?
I only saw him once.
Okay.
But I felt like a parrot head. Love his music.
Mhm.
I just think it's so fun, and I would have loved to go again. And I don't think anyone expected him to die, and that we wouldn't
Yeah.
get that chance.
Would you have worn your clogs?
Well, I have the Margaritaville Crocs.
That's it. Yeah.
Mm.
And yes, I would have. It's the only pair of Crocs I own.
I don't know. I like our list. On the newer side or the new middle side of whatever, early 2000s, I would say early Calvin Harris also. I listen to that.
Well,
Okay.
I like
Rihanna.
that. Yeah.
I love a lot of stuff from
See,
her too.
I like EDM music. I'll listen
Yeah.
to that a lot. Armin van Buuren. I like Calvin Harris. I listen to some of that stuff, and then some of the stuff that you don't get to hear on the radio.
Mhm.
See, I think in our business, for us three, we hear the normal mainstream top 40 music so much.
Mhm.
And it's not that we're sick of it, but we want something to tickle our ears.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, so I know that when I'm in the car with my wife's first question is, do I know that song? And my question is, why do you care? Because you don't have to know it to like it. Just,
Yeah,
you know,
true.
but she wants to know that she knows the song.
Mhm.
You know, and it's not that she doesn't like it. It's just the fact that, you know, I think she just identifies with it. And
Familiarity of
yeah,
it.
I just like to have my ears tickled with something brand new
Mhm.
and, you know, or something I haven't heard in a minute.
Yeah. I've just been on, my Taylor Swift kick. So, and the new album.
I don't know. I love
I've been very
bouncing
into
between
it.
like George Strait, Garth Brooks, the old country,
Yeah.
and then I'll
I
go
love
to
old
like
country.
80s. Yeah, old country's
Mhm.
really good.
Mhm.
And
And
then
I like old hip hop too.
alternative. I love all kinds of
Yep.
music.
I
It's
just
all over
don't
the place.
mix around a lot. I'll get
No?
fixated on something and I'll listen to that
Mhm.
whole album just over and over. And right now it's been her, Taylor, and Morgan Wallen.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it if it's not the radio
Then
station.
after that, though, you put it away
Yeah.
and then you start with something else.
Yes.
So when you
Mhm.
say old country, favorite old country artist?
Old country.
Mhm.
I don't know. Conway was awesome. Conway Twitty was
Wow,
always good.
really?
Yeah, Conway Twitty was good. And then you also go with Homeboy, the My Name is Sue, Johnny Cash.
Mhm.
Boy
Oh,
Named
man.
Sue.
Oh, you're going
Yeah.
old country
yeah,
That's-
though.
old
that's-
country. Were you talking about
yeah.
like 90s country?
Anything.
I don't know. I like early
There's so
Tim
many
McGraw.
good ones.
I worked at a country
Yeah.
station in Virginia many, many years ago. It was one of my first jobs, and I got to work the George Jones concert and he didn't come because they called him No Show Jones because if he wasn't feeling it, he didn't show up.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think Hank Williams Jr. was on the bill,
Wow.
and maybe Earl Thomas Conley. So there were still some really good artists that were there. And I also did a show with the same radio station with Hank Williams Jr. and David Allan Coe, who sings a song about Hank's dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Hank
Why
Williams.
do you drink?
No, it was called The Ride.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever hear that song from David Allan Coe?
Yeah.
The thing I thought was so cool about that show was when Hank came out to do his, because he was the headliner and David Allan Coe opened, you could see David Allan Coe come out from the side part of the stage to watch him perform.
Aw, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And I
Yeah.
thought that was cool. I mean, I saw
Yeah.
a video the other day. I was looking at old videos and George Michael was singing a song and you can see David Bowie in the background watching him. And whenever
so
somebody
cool.
like that comes out to look at you do a song, you must be pretty good.
Yeah.
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 I
David
agree.
Bowie, Labyrinth, When Worlds. Oh my God, what's it called? As the world turns. I don't know, whatever that song is called. It's one of my favorites. That's a really good driving song. I mean, it's not gonna be like pumped up jamming, but it's all like
I like a lot of David Bowie stuff.
I love David Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because in the 60s, he was trying to be a pop star and it didn't work for him. He had no hits. And then when he rediscovered or reinvented himself in the Ziggy Stardust stuff, that's when he became a genius and everybody loved him.
That's
You know,
so
one
cool.
of his early backup singers was Luther Vandross.
What?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I didn't know
And
that.
when Luther Vandross had his first #1 hit, the first person that called him was David Bowie.
Oh.
So, and then there's another cool story about David Bowie I thought was neat. Nile Rodgers from Chic.
Uh-huh.
Bowie wanted to make a dance album, and he was sitting in a club by himself, and Nile Rodgers came in to see him, and he said, "I would like to make a dance album. Can you help me?" And Nile Rodgers said, "If I can't help you with a dance album, I have to turn in my black card." So, which I think was really funny. And the next morning, he showed up in his hotel room and started playing the bass, and it was Modern Love, China Girl,
Wow.
and Let's Dance.
That's
and
cool.
those songs were they're
Wow.
iconic,
Yeah.
huge songs. Which I think, but I guess in from an artist standpoint, he was very accessible to other artists.
Another
That's
fun
nice.
fact about him, David Bowie.
Okay.
His name's David Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So then he shortened it to Davy Jones. But the Monkees already had a Davy
Oh.
Jones. So then he switched it to Tom Jones, but Tom Jones is already a name. So he went and chose David Bowie.
I actually saw Tom Jones in concert here in Pittsburgh not very long ago, a few years ago. Because I'm kind of like you. I want to see somebody before they're.
Yeah, before their
I saw
time.
Brian Ferry. I don't think he'll tour in Pittsburgh anymore. Tony
Which is-
Bennett. I saw one of Tony Bennett's last shows in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra when he was alive.
Wow.
Because I wanted to experience that.
Yeah.
You know, and
Frank Sinatra. Was he
Yeah.
still good?
Frank Sinatra was the only person I've ever stood up for.
Nice.
Oh.
First of all, no one would say, "Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Sinatra." He just walked out when he was ready.
Okay.
Which I thought that's a power move.
Yeah.
It is like I'm just going.
He
in.
needs no introduction.
Amanda needs no introduction. So, and I think Don Rickles opened for him. One year when I would see Steve and Edie opened for him. Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet. I don't know. He just comes out and starts singing. The last concert I saw, I was running my karate school at the time, and I had somebody teach for me. And I went to see the show, and he used teleprompters the whole time. But to hear him sing those songs, they said he was a great interpreter of lyrics, and he really well. I think he was a genius. He was a genius at being famous too.
Yeah.
He was the early part of what we know now happens to people. Can you imagine if they had social media back then?
That'd be
Well,
insane.
he'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're wrapping up this episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go ahead.
And that's that.
And that's that.